Have you ever stopped to think how easy it is for us to get comfortable after 40? You know that moment when you look in the mirror and realize you're wearing the same shirt you bought 10 years ago, the same haircut since forever, and kind of stopped in time? Over these years, I've noticed there's a very thin line between having your own style and simply being outdated. And today I'm going to share with you the 5 clearest signs that reveal when a mature man is out of fashion. But I'll tell you something in advance. The 5th item on our list is something that practically every man does wrong and doesn't even notice. And when you discover what it is, you'll understand why this might be completely sabotaging your image. If you want to stay relevant and well-dressed in this phase of life, stay with me until the end because these tips will make all the difference in your presence and self-confidence. Mistake 1. Clothes with outdated proportions. Or poorly fitted. Let's start talking about something I myself made many mistakes with. Clothing proportions. You know those baggy shirts that seemed elegant in the 90s? Or those pants with very loose fit that we thought were synonymous with comfort? This is one of the biggest signs that a man is stuck in the past. The problem isn't just visual. When you wear poorly fitted clothes, you automatically look older and less careful with your appearance. The issue is that our body changes over time, and what fit well at 30 might not work anymore at 45. That shirt you bought when you had a different body type might be making you look sloppy today. The solution is simpler than it seems. Invest in a good tailor, or learn to choose pieces with the right fit for your current body. A well-fitted shirt that follows your silhouette without being tight or having excess fabric makes an absurd difference. And speaking of making a difference in appearance, if you're enjoying these practical tips, subscribe to the channel because I always bring content designed especially for us men who want to stay well-dressed and updated. Mistake 2. Dated accessories or styles from past decades now. Let's talk about something many men underestimate. Accessories. You know that giant golden watch from the 80s? Or that thick chain that was fashionable back in the day? Well, it's time to rethink these choices. The problem with dated accessories is that they scream a specific era, and this can make you seem disconnected from the present. I'm not saying you need to follow every trend, but there's a difference between having personality and being clearly stuck in time. A mistake I see a lot is the man who wears several flashy accessories at the same time. Golden watch, thick chain, graduation ring, leather bracelet. The result is a visual overload that takes away all elegance. The rule that works is strategic simplicity. Choose 1 or 2 quality accessories that relate to your current personality. A classic watch with a leather strap, for example, never goes out of style and matches any age. The secret is finding accessories that complement your look without competing with it. Less is more, especially when you want to convey maturity and good taste. If these tips are making sense to you, how about leaving a like on the video? It's a simple gesture that makes all the difference. Each interaction helps our content reach more people who deserve access to this information. Mistake 3. Outdated or inappropriate color combinations. Here's a point that many mature men neglect. Color combinations. You know that hot pink shirt with patterned tie combo from the 2000s? Or that all beige outfit that seemed elegant but today sounds monotonous? The problem is that colors also have their eras, and what worked 15 years ago might be making you look outdated today. I'm not talking about trends, but natural evolution of what we consider harmonious and current. A classic mistake I see is the man who always limits himself to the same safe colors: black, white, navy blue, and gray. Sure, they're versatile colors, but always using the same palette can make your look predictable and without personality. The key is finding colors that favor your current skin tone and are appropriate for each occasion. A shirt in a softer blue, a blazer in earth tones, or even a sweater in moss green can completely renew your wardrobe. Practical tip. When shopping, test colors near your face in natural light. What looks good in the store might not work in daily life. Tell me here in the comments, what's the color you use most in daily life? Maybe it's time to try something new? Mistake 4. Outdated or poorly maintained haircut. And now we come to a point that can completely revolutionize your appearance. Hair. You know that cut you've been getting for 20 years at the same barber, always the same way? Or worse, that attempt to hide baldness with those hair strands combed from one side to the other. Hair is one of the first things people notice, and an outdated cut can easily add 10 years to your appearance. The problem is that many men are afraid to change. They think they'll look too different. But the truth is that hair also ages, texture changes, density decreases, and what worked at 30 might not be the best option at 45. Insisting on the same cut is like wearing the same clothes for 2 decades. If you're dealing with baldness, the worst thing you can do is try to disguise it, obviously. It's better to embrace it and find a cut that enhances what you have. The solution involves finding a barber who understands the mature masculine universe. Explain your lifestyle, your profession, how much time you have to fix your hair in the morning. If you're enjoying these tips that can really transform your appearance, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I always bring content designed for us men who want to stay updated and well-groomed. Mistake 5. Shoes out of context or visibly worn out, and we come to the 5th and final point, the one I promised would surprise you. I'm talking about footwear, and this is a mistake that practically every man makes without realizing it. You know that dress shoe you bought 5 years ago and still wear for everything? Or that sneaker that used to be white but today has an indefinite color? Footwear is the detail that can completely ruin a well-thought-out look. The problem is that many men treat shoes as something purely functional. But the truth is that footwear communicates a lot about you. Your personal care, your attention to detail, even your social status. A classic mistake is using the same type of footwear for all occasions. Each situation calls for a specific type of shoe. Another problem is lack of maintenance. A quality shoe, well maintained, can last decades, but needs regular cleaning, polish, and eventually resoling. Dirty or worn shoes give an image of carelessness. Regardless of the rest of your look, the solution is to have at least 3 basic pairs, 1 formal for formal occasions, 1 casual for daily life, and 1 athletic for physical activities.
Within your budget, always prioritize quality over quantity. Remember, you can be wearing the most expensive outfit in the world,
but if your shoes are dirty or inappropriate, that's what people will notice first. Tell me here in the comments, which of these 5 points do you think you need to improve first? Reaching the end of our conversation, I want to reinforce something important. It's not about following trends or trying to look younger than you are. It's about staying updated, groomed, and confident in your own skin. These 5 signs we talked about today are details that make a huge difference in how you're perceived and, mainly, how you feel. The truth is that when you dress well and take proper care of yourself, this directly reflects on your self-esteem, your posture, and even the opportunities that appear in your life. If you made it this far, it's because you really care about your appearance and want to stay relevant. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because I always bring specific content for us mature men. And tell me here in the comments, after watching this video, what change do you plan to make first in your look? In the next video, I'll talk about the 7 essential items that every man over 40 should have in his wardrobe. These are pieces that never go out of style and will always keep you well dressed. Remember, elegance has no age. It just needs to be cultivated. If you made it this far, it's because you take improving your style seriously. So I prepared this next video for you to watch. It's the perfect step for you to continue evolving. And take a look at this playlist too. It has a complete map to dress like a true gentleman over 40. Stylish, elegant, and powerful every day. Until the next video.